Hey there everybody, this is NDM here, welcome you back to another episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime. Right, so in the last episode, we did some backtracking, some major backtracking. We also picked up the Ice Beam, which is the new beam weapon that we got. And, yeah, we had to backtrack all the way from Chozo Ruins to this point in Phendrana Drifts, which took a lot of cutting, a lot of editing, so I'm just glad that's all done and dusted. Alright, so let's shoot this stalactite here with a super missile. I think the stalactites actually do count as a scan, but I'm not entirely sure. But that stalactite was a bit too far away from me to actually scan. But these guys here you can scan. Now, what these things, you don't actually kill these things and they don't attack you. They basically serve as a glider, grapple hook thing. So you can't really interact with these unless you get the grapple hook, and basically what they do is you just use them to grapple from one ledge to another. That's all it is. You just have to wait for them to come over towards you, and then you just use your grapple beam to launch yourself over to the other side. As you can see down there, there is a missile expansion, but that is encased in ice, and we actually can't pick that up yet. At least I don't think we can. I know you have to shoot one of these stalactites, and what that does is it breaks open a piece of the ice for you, but the one that you want to shoot is all the way up here, but you can't actually shoot this one from the ledge that we're on because there's no target for us to actually shoot it. And I think if you shoot manually with super missiles, it doesn't do anything because you actually have to detect its weak point in order to loosen it, I guess you would say, to make it fall down. So we can't actually interact with that, so we won't be getting that missile expansion for quite some time. At least I don't think we'll be getting it after we pick up the gravity suit here, so I don't know when we'll be coming back for that, but we'll have to come back anyway at some point. So yeah, there's a save station here if you want to save, which I might actually do just for convenience sake. So we'll save it. And we don't want to go through this door, obviously, because it's just a save station. We want to go to this door over here. I think I've hit all the stalactites, or loosened all the ones that we need to loosen. So we can just jump up to this one here, and come up here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. We're on the fast track. We're on the fast lane, leading us to victory. Leading us to the gravity suit, which will then enable us to traverse areas that we weren't able to traverse before, and now we got to deal with space pirates flying around like goofballs and such. They're no match for us with our ice beams, so they're not really much of a threat. Not as much as they were before. I mean, they weren't even that much of a threat before because we had super missiles, so yeah. They still, I mean, I guess the good thing is that using the ice beam, it kills them quicker, and also they don't kamikaze into you. So where are we heading now? Right, okay, now we need to go into the water, so I think we have to jump down this time, because this one isn't actually on a ledge, so we can actually get into this one, even though it's underwater. Have to remember where this... I'm pretty sure this takes us to the gravity suit. Yeah, I really can't wait to get that gravity suit though, because then we can just get a whole bunch of stuff, and water won't be a problem anymore, and it won't slow us down. It's probably the most useful item in this game. Well, no, I won't say that. I'd say it's one of the most useful items in the game. I don't know why I keep saying it is, as if it is the most useful item in the game. I think I even said that Chozo ghosts were the most annoyingest enemies in the game, and they're not. Same with something else that I honestly can't remember what I said. I'm trying to think now. I know I said it about something else, and I just say these things absentmindedly without thinking, and it's stupid because it's not true. Honestly, if I had to say what was the most annoyingest enemy in this game, like based on my personal observations and my personal experience, I would say the fission Metroids are honestly the most annoyingest enemies in the game, and that is an understatement by saying that they're annoying, because they are so freaking frustrating. Mostly because they can only be killed with a certain beam, and also once you kill one of them, they duplicate into other fission Metroids, so basically they can endlessly duplicate, I think. I don't know if they can endlessly duplicate, but I know they can duplicate. They split into 2 Metroids. And getting a whole bunch of them in one room is a nuisance, especially when trying to get through the final area of the game. Which I'm not going to go ahead and mention because I haven't actually mentioned it, and I'm not going to for spoilery purposes. But yeah, there are a whole bunch of Fission Metroids in the final area of the game, and they get so annoying. Trying to get up to the boss room is... If I end up raging at any point in this game or in this LP, that will probably be the room where I will most likely have raging fits. Because honestly, this game is not that hard, I would say. Some of the bosses are pretty tricky, especially if you're playing it in hard mode, but like the majority of the game, no, I wouldn't say it's difficult. So we got Aqua Reaper here, which is just a marine form of the Reaper. It's just the same thing, the same way how you kill it, you just shoot it, and it just disappears for a short period of time before it obviously comes back. Yeah, open your mouth, open wide. Here comes the choo-choo train. Alright, so the gravity suit is in here somewhere. It's actually kind of epic how you come up towards it, because it comes into your vision, like the draw distance. It just like shows up, kind of thing. You'll know what I mean when I get to it. It just kind of like randomly appears as you etch closer towards it. There it is, it's right there, as you can see. It's because the vision underwater is so blurred, it's kind of hard to see, but when you get closer to it, that's when you can see it. So we'll make sure we scan it before we pick it up. And this is the gravity suit, and you'll see how much, like, how better, like, traction we'll get underwater, because we can move a lot more easily, we can move a lot more fluently. We don't have to worry about being slowed down anymore. And it just makes traveling underwater so much more fun. You can even use the double jump, and you can jump just as if you were jumping on ground. It's really cool. And I also like how the gravity suit looks in this game too. So we've got the gravity suit. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered, which is a glorious sight indeed. Also, the morph ball looks cool in gravity suit form too. It's got kind of tinted blue, greenish coloration to it. It actually looks really cool. Alright, so now that that's been obtained, really there's nothing else to do in Phendrana's Edge. We can't really do anything else, I don't think. There's no missile packs we can get until much later. We will have to come back here once we get the plasma, well, the final beam of the game. I was about to say it. Damn it, I was about to say it. I almost did. Yeah, so once we get that, we have to come back here to get a missile expansion to thaw out the ice to create a, I think it reveals a stalactite that we actually have to shoot with a super missile, or it reveals a grapple hook thing that we have to grapple onto. So yeah. Oh, we got these guys in here now. Okay, so we'll shoot these things out. Actually, weren't these things in here before? I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. I was just immersed in getting the gravity suit. That was all I was worried about. Alright, so we still have some time left to kill of the video. We're on 5 minutes here, but we got the main event taken care of. We got the gravity suit, and that's the main thing. That's all that matters. Alright, so I'm going to avoid the gel zaps because I'm running low on my missile supply. And I need to refill my supply. Because it's not good that I only have 14 missiles. That's really bad. Yeah, most of your missile consumption goes to your ice beam, using the ice beam and shooting things out with that. Although it only takes one missile to kill them, you do run out of them pretty quickly because you come across a lot of enemies and you have to use missiles to take care of them after shooting them with the ice beam. Especially space pirates, and there are a load of space pirates in this game. Especially in that facility, there were loads I had to kill. Alright, so is there anything in particular if we go up this way, or is this just going to take us to a shortcut? Yeah, I think it is, right? Well, this is the quickest way of getting out Phendrana's edge right here, so we're just going to go this way. It's going to take us to exactly where we want to be. Right, so let's jump up here and go through this wave beam door. Alright, so there's nothing else. Actually, no. No, we still need to go up. We still need to ascend. There's still more platforms we need to jump up to. Well, isn't that a bum? Alright, I believe this is actually a room where a energy tank is also encased in ice, but the only way you can get that is by getting the final beam as well. So there's a lot of stuff you'll have to come back here for once you get the final beam. There's also a Chozo artifact in one of these rooms as well, so yeah, we're definitely gonna have to come back there at some point. Right, so there is some backtracking we're gonna have to do, but I might as well keep some of it on screen because we're etching towards the end of the video and I might as well have something to put into this video. Yeah, so what we need to do is get back to Talon Overworld. That's where we need to be headed. So we need to go all the way back to where we got the ice beam. That is a long way to backtrack, but that's where we got to go. I'll probably do the backtracking off screen and then I'll meet you guys in the next video in that room, but I'm just going to keep the video rolling here until I start running out of time, and then I'm just going to have to end off. I mean, this might be one of the longer videos of the LP, because I haven't really recorded videos that have gone as long as 15 minutes. I mean, the last one I just recorded was like 14 minutes and something seconds. Alright, so let's get some missiles. Oh, that's what I need, man. I need missiles. Alright, I think once we get to the elevator, because the elevator is actually approaching us pretty shortly here. There's only a few more rooms we'll have to go through. And I think I might end off the video there and we'll continue on when I get back to Chozo Ruins. Which shouldn't take too long off screen, but if I was to record it on screen it would eat up a lot of time because it takes at least about, it'll probably take at least about 10 minutes to get there, or maybe, I don't know. No, I don't think it would take 10 minutes, it'd probably take about 5 or 6 or something, I don't know. Yeah, these puffers are just going to make this whole process take a lot longer. You know what, I'm just going to say screw it and go through the lava. That's just the quickest way of doing it. Because I'm running low on time and we're almost... Yeah, actually I think, you know what, I'm going to leave it here. I mean, the elevator's in the next room here, but I have to use the spider ball to get to the other side of this room, so I'm going to end off the video here and we'll continue on next time. So I'll meet you guys in the room where we found the ice beam. So until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching, take care, see you in the next video, and goodbye.